Cinematic Sarcastic, the podcast that talks all things movies and television. I'm Natalie, and I'm your host. On today's episode, we're going to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't even know where to start with this one. This is going to be maybe a longer review. I'm going to try and keep it as concise as possible because my goal here is to not give away any spoilers. I really just want this to be a spoiler-free review. I so very badly want to spoil things and talk about things, but I don't think it would be fair to anyone who hasn't seen Deadpool and Wolverine to give away any spoilers whatsoever. And I know that someone can just avoid this review. I don't want to have to do that. I want to be able to talk about it and share kind of some things of this movie without ruining anything for anyone else. And that right there should give away to you how I feel about this movie. I know that there have been quite a few reviews or episodes that I have done where I talk pretty consistently about how Marvel and DC and like comic book movies are not really my jam, and that is 100% true. I really liked sort of phase one of Marvel with the OG Iron Man and some of those first movies, the first, Ant-Man and stuff that came out. I really enjoyed those. But then once, it started getting into the different phases, I really agree with some of the people that are putting out articles about superhero fatigue. I definitely have that. And I don't think it's because there are so many movies, although that could be true for some people out there. For me, at least, I never was really that invested in any of these characters to where I started getting fatigued by them. I was pretty fatigued by them once, the sequels and stuff started to come out. The only exception to superhero movies is Deadpool. I very much love the character of Deadpool. I think that Ryan Reynolds was just born to play Deadpool. I think all of his other movies were just a leading up to him being able to have the power and the money and the pull in, Hollywood to be able to get Deadpool done. And I know it's something that he is extremely passionate about. I think that is probably why I really love Deadpool, because you can just see with Ryan Reynolds how much he loves the character, and that comes across on the screen. I very much enjoyed the first film. However, I thought the second film was okay. I wasn't as blown away by the second film as I was by the first, and that is pretty typical. I think it is hard to do sequels. It's hard to, build a franchise that people are going to want to come back to again and again. That being said, Deadpool and Wolverine has completely blown me out of the water. The only thing that I could say after the movie was over was just, oh my God. I cannot even express to you how much I love this film. There are no words. There are absolutely no words invented in any language of any kind that can express the sheer joy that I got from watching Deadpool and Wolverine. And dare I say it, and I'm going to say it, I like Deadpool and Wolverine more than I even like the first Deadpool movie. I think that this one is my absolute number one in terms of that franchise. This was just so epic, and I was not expecting that, and maybe that's why, and this is also why I don't want to give spoilers away. I had known some things, I knew that there were going to be cameos. I knew kind of what was, what some of those were going to be. Nothing could have prepared me. Even the little leaks and things that Ryan Reynolds, was putting out in terms of the film, none of that ruined any part of the movie for me. Some of the things in the trailers, you don't actually see it in the film. And there were so many, well, not so many, but there were cameos in this movie that I didn't know about, was not expecting, and was absolutely just mind blown by. Like, I was not expecting to see some of the characters in this film that we got to see. From maybe the first 2 minutes of the movie, I knew it had me. And I really walked in there sort of fearful, we'll say, or apprehensive about whether or not it was going to be good. There's so much marketing. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh have just done so much marketing for this, so many interviews and so many, fun things. They were just on Hot Ones. I watched Hot Ones. I loved that. But the more marketing they did, the more I started to just get a little bit afraid, right? Because you don't pour that much marketing into something, in my mind, unless you're worried it's not going to do well, like I really maybe was approaching it from the wrong aspect of things and just sort of going, oh, maybe this isn't going to be as good. And especially considering that I wasn't really blown away by the second Deadpool. And so I thought, how in the world are they not only going to do a third film, but somehow make it, a lot better than what the second one was? How are they going to redeem themselves from some of the things that happened there? Because even though I love Deadpool, like the second film certainly did not knock my socks off, right? Everything about Deadpool and Wolverine absolutely had me. I don't think in the last maybe 5 years, if I can even stretch it that far, I don't think I've seen a movie that I've enjoyed as much as Deadpool and Wolverine in that span of time. There have definitely been movies that I have gone to see that I have enjoyed. It's not to say that I didn't enjoy Oppenheimer or I didn't enjoy some of the other films that have come out. I absolutely have. I don't think I have been as full of glee as I was in Deadpool and Wolverine. It was amazing. And that is one of the biggest reasons why I don't want to put spoilers in this review. I absolutely think that everyone needs to experience Deadpool and Wolverine in the theaters. I think that everybody should and deserves to go see it without spoilers, without anything being ruined for them. They really just need to sit down and watch the film. I have never, I like Ryan Reynolds. I think he's a really good actor. Watching Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm like, I need to meet that man. I need to shake this man's hand because for me at least, I feel like there was this moment in watching the film where it just sort of hit me out of nowhere, and it didn't even have anything to do with the film, but I was just watching this movie and going, oh my God, Ryan Reynolds really loves this character. He really just pours his soul into these movies. And I was very surprised by the fact also that this belongs to Disney now. It's a Disney IP. I really, with how Disney has sort of handled Marvel and how Disney has handled Star Wars, certainly, I was very much expecting to walk into Deadpool and Wolverine and have it be good, but have it be a lot more downplayed than it was, to be just slightly disappointed by the fact that maybe, it just wasn't as good as the first one, I have never been more wrong. I don't know who at Disney loves Ryan Reynolds. Somebody has to, or Ryan Reynolds just has to have the most charming sway. He must have just incredible riz, to get away with doing what he wants to do in these movies. And it pays off on such an epic scale. This is a movie that I will have to see 6 more times. Once is not enough. I need to see it more than once. I need a punch card where you get a free Deadpool plushie or something once you've hit 20 times of seeing it in the theaters. I need that to be a thing. This was just so good. It was just so good. I don't even think that I have anything to say about parts of the movie that I didn't like. I mean, this movie just, it pulled no punches. It really just went hard, and it went hard from go, right? From the very beginning of the movie until the very end of the movie. There was not a single time that I was bored, that I was not invested, that I was not, laughing or enjoying something that was on screen. Again, the cameos, some of those just brought me so much joy to see those characters back on screen, and some of the little digs and funny humor that they do with some of the characters in the film were just, they were just epic. If you can go see one movie this year, it has to be Deadpool and Wolverine. I will go as far as to say, if you don't like Deadpool and Wolverine, we can't be friends. Blocked, unsubscribed. I can't. I need to talk to everyone about Deadpool and Wolverine. This is going to be one of those movies that I just never shut up about because it was that incredible to me. It took one of my favorite characters as far as like superhero or anti-hero characters and just blew it up. I mean, it just went 10 times harder than I was expecting, and it was incredible. It was incredible. I loved it so much. I just want to shake Ryan Reynolds' hand. He did an amazing job. Him and Hugh Jackman are probably just some of the most incredible people to hang on to an IP like this and to know that they were going to make this happen no matter how long it took them. That was like that pivotal moment where I'm just like, wow, you know, Ryan Reynolds has that push, right? He has that thing where he's like, this is what I want to do and I'm going to do it. And I don't care if it takes me 10 years to get this on screen. I will make it happen. And that is an incredible gift, my friend. That is an incredible gift because so many people, I think, would not have been able to achieve what he achieved with Deadpool and Wolverine. I love this movie. I love it with every fiber of my being. Again, I'm going to have to go see it one more time, 2 more times, 5 more times. I'll have to see it so many times that people are going to think I'm insane. So those are my thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine. I would really love to know what you guys thought of this one when you get the chance to see it. Subscribe to join the Movie Nerd family, and I hope to see you in the next episode.